Hi guys, something new for you to have a look at today. We're going to have a play around with the Kerble Space program. This is it's a new game. It's still in the alpha stage at the moment. We're on version 0.16. You can get it from kerblespaceprogram.com. Go over there. It's only $18, 18 US dollars, which turns out to be round about just over 11 Great British pounds, I think. Only bought this yesterday, only had a brief go at it. The basic premise is that these little green guys here are the Kerbles, and you've been employed to help them develop their space program. Pretty basic premise, to be honest. If we go in and start the game, because it's in alpha at the moment, there is not much of a game as such. There's no missions to do. It's very much a sandbox mode at the moment. I can see what they're going to be doing, giving you a budget and things like that. You would do various missions, and after doing various missions and completing them, you would get more money, and etc, etc, etc. That bit of the game isn't in at the moment, but that's not stopping us from having any fun. It's very much in a sandbox mode at the moment. We've got an unlimited budget as such. Just to give you a quick tour around, here's our space centre, for want of a better word. We've got 3 buildings that we can access. We've got the space plane hangar, which is here. We've got the vehicle assembly building and the tracking station, and over here, which you can't access off here. Well, you can do if you've got a ship already done, but it will take you automatically over to the launch pad. Now, yeah, where can we start? We'll go to the tracking station just to give you a quick look at what we've got. This is our main planet. This is where we live, Kerble. And if we scroll out, you can see we've got a moon, which is Mun, and another moon over here, Minimus. And if you scroll all the way out, we should have our sun as well, and that is the extent of our solar system at the moment. Like I said, they're probably going to end up putting more and more stuff in here as the game develops, but that's all we've got at the moment. So we've got various things that we can do. We can just try and get a guy up and back down again, or we can trying to get him into orbit. We can try and land on any of these moons that we've got, or if we're really adventurous, I suppose we could try and go all the way to the sun, which I think would probably take a long time to get there. So we've got various things that we can do, and if we go back, there's various ways we can do it, because we've got our space plane hangar, which is making more reusable vehicles like shuttles and things like that, and our vehicle assembly building, from what I can make out, apologies if any of you already played this game and know more than me, but like I say, I only bought it the other day, but our vehicle assembly building seems to be more on the lines of just making bog standard rockets, so at least that's what I've been using it for anyway. So let's have a look. Let's go to our vehicle assembly building. And the first thing that we're asked to do is to choose a command module. So this is where our guys are going to sit. So we'll just choose the Mark 1 pod. This is what I've been playing around with, and accept that. And you can see we've got our command pod here. We've got all our scientists and builders and that lot running around. And you can see our launch site in the distance. So we can scroll around the screen, and choose that, we can go up. Now, as you can see, as we choose it, we've got some anchor points on here where we can mount stuff on. So if we put that there, and these are all the bits that's currently in the game. They are going to expand this and add more pieces for us. But you can see they're segregated into tabs. So we've got propulsion, command and control, structural and aerodynamic, utility and scientific, and decals, which hasn't got anything in the moment, and crew, which hasn't got anything at the moment anyway. Crew are automatically assigned at this point. So let's just say we're going to build a quick rocket just to take us up and back down again. So that's where our crew is going to sit. We're going to need an engine, and for an engine we need fuel. So I found that these fuel tanks, these liquid fuel tanks, are some of the easiest ones to use. So if you just grab one, and you see it just clicks onto there, we'll grab another one, we'll have two, put them on, and then at the bottom of that we can start putting an engine. So you can see if you hover over it, you get all the stats which go with this engine. Some of them are a little bit, like I said, it's still in alpha at the moment, so I wouldn't go too much off what it says there. There is a wiki on the website which gives you a lot more information than what you see on there. But this is one of the engines I've been playing around with, and we can just plug that onto the bottom, and if we just pull that apart, you can see once you've got things attached you can easily pull it apart again. If we go to our structural, we've got these decouplers, and basically what these do, if we put one on here, is gives us the ability to jettison what's below it when we press the space bar in game. You'll see when we get to it further on. And if we go to scientific, and we can put a parachute on the tops, because obviously when we're coming back down, we want our little guy to remain safe in here. So to give you a quick demonstration, we'll just go with that for the time being. And we'll go to launch. Which takes us to our launch station. We'll skip the tutorial for now, and there we are on our launch pad. Our little guy, Jebediah Kerman, is sat. You can see him down there. He's in our command module up at the top. So if we're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press the space bar, and off we go. Now here's our attitude indicator, and from what I can gather, what you want to do is try and get this green, which is the direction you're heading, over to this magenta, which is the direction you should be heading. So we go over here. It is a bit tricky, and it's one of these things where very light touches will serve you well. You can see our fuel going down. That's just the fuel from one of these tanks. You'll see as that gets down, gets to zero, it'll refill again as it goes over from the other tank. So let's keep this on course. I'm just doing little presses with the standard direction keys, which are WS, A and D. I'm just trying to keep this green, which is the direction you are. That green is the direction that you are heading. The magenta is where you want to go, and this is where your nose is pointing. So let's see, we're nearly blob on there. You can see how fast we're going, and that's relative to the surface. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Space centre right below us now, right in the distance. Our guy's looking pretty happy there. We've not blown up, so that's always got to be a good sign. A bit off course, but let's try and get that correct. Oh, come on, I thought we were going to go flip over then. And this is after quite a few practice goes of this. Believe me, for the first half a dozen attempts, this was, well, put it this way, Jebediah wasn't coming back. So we're on fuel tank 2 now, so we're carrying on going up. Let's try and keep this on course. We're still on surface. That surface though will change to orbit once we've got out into space. Jebediah, he's doing well. He's got a big smile on his face. He's still alive, why not? Oh. Losing a little bit of control there, but he's back under control here. Okay, we've run out of fuel, so let's hit the spacebar, jettison, and we're away. So that coupler, that's the thing that decouples us, and we're in space. We're in orbit. That's got to be a good sign in my book. Now, if we press M to get to our map, we can see here is our projected orbit. And it's not as much as an orbit because we're not even going to go around once. We're just going to come all the way back down. You can see our space debris from this and previous missions. And this AP, that is going to be our furthest point away from the Earth. If we ended up with a completely elliptical orbit going all the way around, we would have had another one. I think it's EP on the other side, which would have been our closest part. So press M, get back. And there we are, in space. Now we can advance the time a little bit. And see us going. Now, like I said, this was a very basic spacecraft that we designed here, just took us up into space. This was the Yuri Gagarin of spacecraft. All it did was take us up, and Yuri Gagarin did a lot better than us because he did at least one orbit. We're not even going to be able to do that. We're coming back down again. But one small step for man. God bless Neil Armstrong, who died yesterday. You see we're coming back down. Our altitude is descending here. You can see the atmosphere is getting thicker, and our vertical speed. I'm hoping one of the things that they are going to put in is a couple of re-entry effects. I'd like to see this burning up in the atmosphere. It doesn't at the moment. We're coming back down. Whoa! Spinning a bit there. Let's get him back under control. We don't want old Jebediah there to be sick. No, we want to be able to reuse this command module. Oh, come on, come on. Little touches, little touches. Little touches don't seem to be helping. But he still seems to be happy. He thinks it's on a roller coaster. Okay, we're coming in now. Definitely coming in. And it looks like it's going to be a water touchdown by the looks of it. You can see these are all our separation parts on this side. We've got rid of we only had two separation parts. We've got the first one which is going down and hopefully we're not going to hit. And our other separation part is going to be our parachute. So Jebediah is still laughing his socks off there. I think he must just be a little bit mental because I wouldn't be happy at this point. Okay, 2,000 feet, about 2,000 meters. Well, they changed that to feet. Right, hit the spacebar, deploy, and off. Something splashed down. I'm assuming that was that fuel part. And where Jebediah lives to see another day, he comes down. So that's the basic overview of the game. If we just end that flight and end that, and we'll go back to the Space Center. So you get the general idea. So let's try something a little bit more adventurous. That's a bit safe. We don't like safe. Let's get rid of safe. Buy safe. So let's go. We had Command Pod Mark 1. Let's go for Mark 2. This will take 3 astronauts, 3 victims. And let's see, what can we put on here? Now we can start being a little bit more adventurous here. We've got these fuel. Let's show you some more. That's a little bit small, isn't it, compared to the size of it, although it will fit. You can go with that. Let's bang that on, and we'll put one of these little liquid pack. In fact, let's get rid of that. Let's go over to our command and control. There's these SAS modules. Now that's nothing to do with the Special Air Service. It is a sort of a control module. It won't fit on that. See how it's red? That one won't fit. Let's try the bigger one. Yeah, the bigger one will fit. So what that does is all that messing around that was doing on the controls, constantly pushing left and right, etc., etc. That is sort of like an automatic pilot, if you like. So once we've got it into the position that we want, we can switch that on, and that will keep us heading in that direction. So we'll want one of them, and we want one of these decouplers again to put on. Now we want to get these guys back, so again we're going to have another parachute, which are here. And I don't think we have to put the parachutes on the top. It lets us put them on the side, but I've never tried them on the side, so let's go. This is a bigger module, so let's go for more parachutes. Should we go for 2? At least let's try and get them a little bit central. Alright, that's looking good. Yeah, they're about even. Right, so we've got this little fuel tank here with a rocket underneath it. I'm going to use that to burn away once we're in the out of the atmosphere. So now we need our big rocket underneath. Now what I'm thinking we can do is we're going to have to decouple that again. So once we get in space, we want all this lot below it to be pushed away. So we're going to need another decoupler. And what we can do is we've got these fancy things, which is like it's called a tri-coupler. It doesn't jettison anything, but it just allows us to get from 1 to 3 hard points. So back to our. So let's put some of these fuel on again. I'll put 2 on each. Oh, get back on. Thank you. Sometimes the clicking's just a little bit off. There we go, we've got it. And now some engines. Now I think these engines, yeah, they're a bit big, so we can't go with them. But these 200 pounds of thrust, 215. Let's go for these ones, 215s. It's the biggest ones we can fit on this. Okay, so that's looking a bit beefier. That's looking a little bit more robust. Can we do with anything with this? I don't like the way that goes. No, we'll leave it for now. And we've got them on, and let's see what else we can put on. Another thing that I've noticed we can do is we can put these little thrusters on now. Where did I see them? Well, let's put a nose cap on now. One of these. There we go. Did it do anything? Or just aerodynamic? That's a bit bigger. Gonna go on though. Nope, doesn't like that on there. Mustn't be designed for that. That one, that's a bit small though, isn't it? Yeah, these were what I was looking for. RS ports. What they are look like thrusters, which allows you to manoeuvre once you're up in space. So we'll have 4 of them evenly spaced around. pretty much even. Yeah, they'll do. Okay, we're looking good. We are looking good. I'd just rather have a nose cone on there. And oh yeah, it does fit. It's just been in the right place before. Right. Okie dokie. Now there are other things, bits and pieces you can put on. If you was doing like a plane type thing, we've got all these wings that you can bang on and make it look really wicked. Look at me down with the kids saying wicked. Try and get them a little bit more even. Yeah, that's looking alright. Let's see how that flies. Okay, back to our launch pad. Let that load up. Here we go. And you see, we've got 3. We've got Jebediah's back again. He's in the middle, so he must be captain. We've got Bill, and we've got Bob as well. So, Bill, Bob, and Jeremiah. Skip the tutorial. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Now, this is making a lot more noise than it was before. We'll throttle up. Let's move, try and get this onto that pink magenta. It's not very responsive, probably because it's a bigger rocket and bigger mass and all that lot, so we'll try and get it over there. And then once we do, we can press T and that'll put that autopilot on, which was this one here. We'll bang it there. You see, keeps us in that position now. This SA falls. Oh, you can hear me over this rocket is keeping us almost on track to where we was. We can always disable that and then recorrect manually, which wasn't a good idea. Let's try and get that back. Oh, it's all going wrong. Oh, Bob's not looking happy. Bob is not looking happy, and I want to. Lads, but it's not looking good. Jettison that. Let's see if we can make it round. Let's see if we can salvage this. Can we roll it over? Come on. Engine on. It's not looking good. Try and jettison. Oh. Lost at sea. Poor old Bob. He never stood a chance. Oh well, back to our space centre. If we go back to our vehicle assembly building, you can see we've got another one here ready to go. Let's get rid of these wings. I don't think those wings, it's certainly not going to help like that. Let's get rid of those wings. I don't think they were helping at all. Let's give that a whirl. Let's get 3 more pilots. So who've we got? We've got Chadja, Shepney and Dylan. Good lads. Don't ask what you can do for Kerble, but what Kerble can do for you. Not even a countdown, let's go. And let's try and get that over. Next time we'll get our automatic pilot on and we'll leave it on. Oh well. 3 more lost souls, but there's plenty more when they're coming from. They're queuing up outside the door. Right, what can we do? What can we do? Right, let's get rid of that nose cone. I noticed that we had on here, here it is, a avionics package. So let's try that on the top. I don't think we need that once we've got the avionics package, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's go with that for now and see how we do. It could be that this whole design is just completely bunkum. Hey, I'm sure he just died. It must be son of. Well, let's give it another go. I think I'm going to try and not go there quite so much this time. I think I'm looking that looking good so far. They're all panicking like Billy O, and they've seen most of the friends die already, so you know, why not panic? We're going over again. Let's see if we can rescue this again. It's not having it. It's not having it at all. It's going over. Let's see if we can at least rescue these guys. Let's jettison. Can we do anything at all to rescue these guys? It doesn't look like it. Well, they've not fired me from being the administrator yet, so I say let's carry on. Right. I'm thinking that we should change these engines. Now, there was the one. Let's. Perhaps the two. Oh god, they're bigger. What I'm thinking is they may be a little bit too powerful. And is that? No, that just looks stupid. Stupid, man. See, they was the ones what we had before. Let's go for these. It could be that 3 engines is just too much for this beast. Or perhaps we just need a little bit more stability. Should we go for like wing things, or wing things always make everything look cool. Is that making it look cool, or is it just looking at making it look ridiculous? I think ridiculous. What about these? These? How's these looking? Not bad. Let's go with these. Let's see if we can straighten them up again. Let's see how we do with that. Are they? Yeah, they're near enough level, I'd say. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's see if that adds a little bit more stability to our whole design. Go to our launch pad. Don't see Winfred and Melfrey. Okay, guys, we're all looking happy. Let's see if we can keep you happy. I'm thinking that we should just get rid of this whole design. Start again. Yeah. Everything from there down. Let's see. Let's do something. Let's see if we can work something out a bit better. We've got these fuel tanks. They look big enough. Well, with that, we could take one of those massive rockets. Do we want any more wings or anything on this? Oh, we've got these decouplers as well, which basically you put them on, and then you can add other bits and pieces on the side, but only certain. If you go to page 2, we've got these solid rocket boosters. So you've got to get them in the right place. This is where it starts getting really a bit tricky. No. You can pretty much tell when it's not going to fit. Not having much luck getting those ones on. Like I said, there might be an art to this because I've not been using it more than 24 hours. Well, probably only a couple of hours to be honest, but I only bought it yesterday. It's got to go green when it's on. I don't think we're going to have much luck with it. Let's get rid of that. There was another one. Let's have a look at it. Perhaps these ones are the ones that it likes. Put it up here, and that solid rocket booster again, which was there. That's looking better. Likes that. Oh right, yeah. We need another one of them, and we need another one of them. Let's see if we can get them in the same spot. Which is about there, I think. I'm hoping to make it a little bit more like put a symmetrical button on it. Or so once you've got a piece in, you can just jiggle it around a bit just to make it look a bit more symmetrical. Or it could be difficult, like it is at this moment. Come on, the other side went on. It's only in alpha, so you've got to expect a few little. Well, I wouldn't even say it's a glitch, it's just a user-friendly moment. How's that looking? There. I know that one's a little bit higher, but to be honest, the rigmarole I had to get that one on, I'm not going to try it again. Right, so we want to cap them off. Oh, right, now we can use these things, and you're supposed to put them on the engine, and these will stand it up so it doesn't fall over when we're on the launch pad. Not that I don't think that that's going to stand up, but let's give that a go. 3 more victims. Right. Definitely a failure. Didn't even launch. Let's end that flight and go back to vehicle assembling. I wonder if it was them that was playing around with it. Let's get rid of them. Clear the pad of debris, yeah, please. I shouldn't have to tell you that. You should have to do it yourself. Come on, guys. Right. Let's give this a go. No. I think what it is this is the launch order. So every time we press spacebar, it's going to issue one of these commands. Yeah, and I think they're in the wrong order. Let's put that one up there, because I think that explosion was these trying to come off before these had actually ignited. Let's give that a go. Same guy still with us. Oh yes, Not good. Not good at all. I think we need more practice, but you get the idea, and it's a pretty fun game, to be perfectly honest with you. If you like these sandbox type of games and making stuff up and near enough infinite designs, I don't think it's infinite, but there's quite a few bits that you can do with that. I think you'll have a good time with it. I've certainly enjoyed what I've seen so far, and let's face it, this is only in the alpha stage. They are constantly coming out with new releases, and for $18 US, just over £11 sterling, I don't think you can go wrong. So I'd reckon go give it a go, try it out, support the devs. I think you'll have a lot of fun. I know I am with it. So we'll wrap this up for now, and until I find some other weird and wonderful game that I can report back to you, see you till next time. Bye.